Donor relationship management protocols. Keep records of donor information. Establish a payment acceptance process. For example, what methods of payment do you offer and how are payments processed? Establish a comprehensive donor database and keep it up to date. We will discuss this in more detail later in this module. Assign personal responsibility for every step of the process: payment acceptance, entering and updating donor information in the database, and saying thank you. Communication and reports. Establish communication and reporting processes. For example, what steps need to be taken to issue appropriate communications and/or reports to donors, including timeframes. Assign responsibility for communication and reports. For example, make program staff responsible for providing information about and pictures of projects, finance staff responsible for providing financial information, and communication and fundraising staff responsible for preparing newsletters, emails, and social media posts, and so on. Issue communications and reports in accordance with the Donor Relationship Management Plan and Calendar. Major donor relationship management. Consider appointing dedicated relationship managers for your major donors. Their tasks and responsibilities are to maintain regular phone and email contact, meet with the donor in person at least once a year, prepare donor-specific reports in accordance with the contract, provide swift and appropriate answers to questions asked by donors, request donations promptly and acknowledge receipt of funds without delay, encourage donors to extend and/or increase their sponsorship. Gathering and analyzing feedback from donors. Organizations should continually seek feedback from donors in order to assess their satisfaction levels. This helps to clarify the donor's needs and expectations when it comes to communication. Donor feedback is a valuable resource in developing and maintaining successful relationships with donors and should be gathered at least once a year. Feedback questions to ask. Do your communication efforts meet the needs and expectations of your donors in terms of the communication channels used and the content and frequency of the communications? Why do donors choose to support you? What interests them? Another way to analyze your donors is to analyze your donor database. This is explained in the next section.